Yo. We're doing here potato eggs. And we've already practiced today. Hello, Cookie, are you coming here? Or are you running away? So here's a little morning word after yesterday's amazing Pentecost, the Pentecostal divine awakening. I think for many of us. So we are practicing today. God is in the mind with which I think, and then the Holy Spirit moves through you easier than you think. So I don't know. Oh yes, you can just see a branch of the olive tree, but I don't need to sit under peace when I found it deep in me. So yes, this is a Kung Fu scarf, and I've placed it round my head, because yesterday evening all I could do was laugh. So I thought it'll be a bit more grounded instead. So my head's still 93 million miles away, and I'm learning how to speak up, and my feet feel like they're on fire. But, well, we're happy, and that's enough. Hey, Baba. So I gave up the Kung Fu lessons when actually in stage avec une maître, and there we were with our batons, attack and defense. And I looked at him and I looked at everybody and I thought, what are we fighting for? So I put my baton down and apologized. Well, I thanked him rather than apologized, and went and watched from afar. Hey, Cookie, because the lesson that the Holy Spirit's teaching is to teach peace. You have to have peace. So there is no faking it until you make it. So I took off the white turban in case those of you thought it was Kundalini. I will thank you, Brenda Hobdell, for being an enormous inspiration. And we went to India, and I'll thank Iyengar and Prashant for all their education. But even in that yoga class, people were fighting for their space. And if you left your brick or your belt, somebody would steal it from right under your face. And there I met the Dalai Lama, completely unimprovised. And in fact, I fell asleep as he was talking in Maharishi, if I do recall. And then a lovely lady woke me up and said, hey, he's looking at you. And we had an amazing exchange that lasted 3 days, not in body, but in another realm. And I took my children to London to see him. They were quite young. And then there was all this fighting going on. And all his monks had a phone. And everybody, we was in the O2 Theatre, and there he was with Daniel Goldman, and they're having a private chat on the stage. It was quite empty. And we were all spread out so far away. Now I think what the Holy Spirit's trying to pass to us is a little integrity, because we are all teachers, And we don't need another guru from here to eternity. And we don't need idols or pop star singers, even though I admire their talents, because it creates an energy where others feel less and others admired. We are all in this together, and that's what it says on that hoodie that's rather old, but the message is eternal, so I'll keep it and wear it, because it's not quite worn out. And I'm trying to think of other teachers, because most of them are beyond the veil. I went to Nayadam in India to do their TTC, and as I walked up to the door, I really wanted to leave, and we had to go up onto the stage and say why we were there, and I was very honest, and everyone applauded, because I actually wanted to go home, but my heart said, stay here. And in that month I practiced the mantra from Shivananda, from Vishnu Devananda, Om Namo Narayanaya, for an hour each day under a great big fresque on the wall of Narayani, giving birth to 3 babies. It was actually quite funny. And 6 months later, quite naturally, I was pregnant with my own 3 sons. So I brought them up thinking that they were going to be the ones, and as it turns out, at the age of 22, their mission has also begun. Because as I was at the beach yesterday, teaching lesson 44, and I learnt to open up my voice and use it for what God gave me for it for. And I really wish I'd left the video on, but I was so excited. My boy, who lives 40 minutes away, and that's Breton driving, not London. So a fair few kilometres. Yeah, there he was, my darling boy, on the beach with a great big picnic. So we had a feast. I'm sorry, Cookie, that you weren't there, but I can't take you on my bicycle. No, I'm going to make some form of pannier. Would you sit in there, Cookie? He looks at me indignant. I'm not a lapdog, although you do like it there. The cookster is a teacher, aren't you? A teacher of love. And are you a happy one? Yeah, you show them how you wag your tail. And can you give a paw and do your tricks? But only when he likes to. And he won't fetch a ball. He looks at you and says, why did you throw that there? But you'll play football, won't you? And you'll swim. And you'll sit with anyone who dares to care. So I'm just talking freely this morning. Yes, I will practice with you later on. But when you're connected to God through the Divine Spirit, you don't need to worry or worry anyone. You do what you know is right, and you do what, it's not like the Holy Spirit tells you, go do this and go do that. It's intuition, and it's very holy, and we all have it, not just a few of us. Maybe I've been given gifts from God, but I will use them to share what I've learned, because it was through difficulty that I finally got here. And even this morning, a frelon, I don't know what they are in English. They're like a great big waspy thing, and we get them here from Asia, and they really hurt when they sting. And anyway, it came to the door and it didn't get him in. It turned around and flew away. So when you're peaceful, nothing can get you. So this is my message today. Now, it wasn't until I went on YouTube that I thought about people practicing magic. It hadn't even occurred to me, apart from when my grandma told me off for saying abracadabra. But she did say, what's the magic word? And back then I was quite funny, but it got me into a lot of trouble. And when I was stressed, my nose would get quite runny, but not with snot. It would bleed like a pressure from everything around. And when put in competition, I'd jump backwards. I didn't understand this earth realm back then. But now, oh now I know. And this book will help you and I'll help you. This will take you to salvation. And yes, the ego, it does have to go. But you'll still be an individual. And you'll still have your own quirky ways. I wonder if my smile will ever be straight. But that's up for the Holy Spirit to say. I was always been a friend of Jesus, even from when I was very small. I think to my mother one day I even said, if everybody was like Jesus, Mummy, wouldn't it be wonderful? But it seemed people don't want to be like that. They want to prove that they're magic and lord and control others rather than working as a team. So maybe what I'm saying now isn't always going to rhyme, but it's more about the rhythm. And now I think it's time. The first time I did this course, I wrote such beautiful songs. And then I tried to get a chorus, a group, to sing them. And it wasn't that it went wrong, it just seems that other people are so occupied with this necessary 9 to 5 and having things that are in le mode and to always be occupied. Yeah, it's quite strange, not strange, yes, strange, my life path. And I am starting to write again. But when I sing, I don't want to sing alone. It's like mantras. We sing as a team. Now I will thank you, Manasuka. He's from Buddha Fields. And he does this wonderful chorus thing, although he's teaching from the center. But every time I went to one of his courses, he would be off with a tummy ache. Now I thought, why all of that stress? And because it's difficult to control so many people, we lead a lot more confidence. And that's what this course will teach you, without attack, without defense. And it will relax you. And in earth years, I may be 57, 6, or in my 57th year, but I feel like Benjamin Button, getting younger, and I do not fear. The mind is very fertile, just like the Breton soil. So if we take those young children and put them in a box with parents encouraging it, for an education, if you ask me, that really doesn't make sense. because I was a teacher and in numerous schools, in grammar ones too. What's the point of doing an exam if you were to take the same exam 2 months later? You wouldn't even pass it. So, I think my voice is here to stop wasting so much time. And if I can't do it through politics, because that all seems so corrupted, then I'll do it through the word divine. And I'll find a group of people that really want to sing. So not that one voice stands out, but that we stand in that circle, in a ring, and we free ourselves, women, from all of this. Equality is to be like a man. We are complementary opposites, and we stand hand in hand. Now, I'm not saying every woman needs to work a garden like me. That was part of my adventure and feeling Mother Earth's energy. But when I got in contact with her, this is what she said. Don't worry about me, my dear. I sit in universal song. It's you that misses the light each year. So I took that deep to heart and thought about the downloads that we get until somehow they got blocked out. But they didn't matter because I always know I'm in God. And somehow everything worked out. Now I'm not going to say that I haven't been grumpy, and I can certainly say I've cried. I've cried over the wars. I don't have a telly. I can't sit and watch those things go by. Pardon. Whether it's true, or whether it's propaganda, or whether it's this or it's that, I'll make my own mind up because God, He gave me that. So there you go. I think that's enough. I've nearly been talking for 20 minutes and I'll come back at midday for a lesson and a meditation. So remember, it's God's will that your mind is reconnected to the true thoughts that were with you at the beginning, before we all got so corrupted, and bring us back our innocence like the daisies in my garden, and understand that forgiveness is our mission, and that's who we have to pardon. We're not here to judge others. We're forgiving ourselves. Sorry. And once you get to that point, well, there's nothing else. So I take that as a sign. As the sun starts to shine on my face. It's much cooler today after yesterday's blazing heat, and that is rather nice. And you've gone under the terrace, Cookie. It's not that hot yet. So I'm going to pick my tablet up. Oh, and stand here in that golden light and bow to you in reverence, and all of those that fight the good fight. And I'll show you once again my little salad garden. and I'll walk, oops, I don't know what you can see, along the beams, all the seeds that are growing. And as that borage continues to bloom and those poppies help us remember we're all in this together, in universal surrender. So where is the off button? I'll leave you with my peach tree and love you all from the depths of my soul until eternity.